Hi guys, Mr. Matt here. I'm gonna do an art project for this week on how to draw a creeper from Minecraft. I know you guys are all familiar with Minecraft and what a creeper is, and it's a really great way to practice your three-dimensional drawing skills because everything in Minecraft is like a three-dimensional object, three-dimensional blocks. You could use a ruler if you want. It's good practice to be able to draw straight lines with a ruler. You don't have to. I'm using the Art for Kids Hub tutorial to do this, and so I included that in the Word doc, and then of course I'll send out this video of me doing it. But anyway, I'm gonna change views and show you how I would get started. Okay, so I'm gonna start out. I encourage you guys to start out with pencil, and again, you can use a ruler. I'm gonna start out with Sharpie so you can see my lines really well on camera. They talk about making sure your paper is straight in front of you because it's hard to draw straight lines if your paper is not. But we want to start with the creeper's head, which is just a square shape. So I'm going to start really with kind of like a letter L. So if I bring a straight line down, now I want to bring this line over, and I am going to move it. I want the sideways line to be about the same as the other one. Now I can tell that this line's longer, so I'm going to extend this one a little bit. Now they're about the same size. And now I can just finish that by doing an L in the other direction that finishes my cube for the creeper's head. There, that's a pretty good creeper head. Alright, now we show the side of the creeper's head by doing a line that starts from here. It's a diagonal line, and it's only going to go a little bit and stop. And the one on the bottom is going to go pretty much straight out to the side. And then I'm going to connect those two with a vertical line. And there's the creeper's head. This just adds a little bit of dimension on the side. Now, for the creeper's body, I'm going to do 3 horizontal lines. The first one I'm going to do from about halfway of this line, halfway between that corner and there. And that line's going to come down to about there. And then I'm going to do another line a little bit this side of that corner, and that's going to follow or be parallel to my first line. I'm going to go down a little bit farther, and I'm going to stop. The third line is over here, a little bit inside of the edge, and that's going to come down and stop about there. Okay. Now these lines, I do want them to come down just a touch more. So I'm going to extend this down to about there. And I'm going to extend this one down a little bit more to about there. And what I'm going to do now, and I am going to use a ruler for this. I'm going to do some angled lines about like that. So I'm going to bring this line down a little bit. I just want a line that's going to go over here and a line that's going to go over here. And then above that, I'm going to do some more lines that come off of my vertical lines. So one like that, and one like that. There. That's a good start on what's going to be the creeper's feet down there. I'm going to stop the video, and then I'll talk about where to go from here. Okay, so I'm going to finish off the kind of the ruler parts of this. I need to have a vertical line over here that's going to connect that. And then I need to do this angle. This is going to be like the back of that cubed foot that goes behind. So I'm going to stop right there. And I actually want that same angle over here. If I line up my ruler with that, I can then slide it down until it hits this corner, and I want to do an angled line. It's going to go about halfway across the front of the body of the creeper. So I'm going to go, about to there and stop. It looks like maybe I do need to go farther than halfway because I want it to almost be even with that. So I'm going to go just a touch more with that. That's pretty good. I like that. So now I'm going to do this vertical line is going to come down. And then we need to kind of finish off these lines. So if I take and I can actually copy that, line it up and slide it down so I make sure I'm parallel to it. It's a diagonal line, but I want this all to be parallel for this to kind of work. There, that looks good. And I can use that same angle for this line here. It's going to come over there. Looks pretty good. And this line here is going to come over there. They get connected with the vertical line. And then we have this diagonal here. There. They do put a line here on the creeper. It just kind of connects those two. So I'll put that in. And they show the foot on the other side is like up in the air to make it look like the creeper's walking, which is why we stopped this line so short up there. So from this point here, I'm going to do a line that angles up like that. And I'm going to go past the edge to about there. I want a line that's parallel to that, so I can line my ruler up with that and slide it down. And I'm going to bring this line out. And then I'm going to do two verticals. I'm going to do one, well, it's not really vertical, it's diagonal, but it's here. And then I need one here at the end. There. So that's kind of his foot that's up in the air. Now I'm going to bring this line down to meet it. There. I've got a good portion of the creeper's body drawn. I'm going to stop this and come back and tell you what. Okay, so there's just some detail work to do now. So what we have here is what's going to be like toenails. The creeper's feet. So you just make these little boxes and they can get colored in solid black. It looks like there's one right here. And then this line goes across there. Color that in. Color this in. And then okay, that one looks like they show a little bit of a cube on the side, and then the line goes across the front, and this gets colored in solid black, as does that. Then we have the creeper's face. This is pretty simple. They start with the two eyes, which are like kind of rectangles. I'm just going to make a little dot here, and then I'm going to make one. And I want to make the other one kind of match it. Creeper. Alright, so let's see if I want that space to be even. I was measuring with my eye the space between this line and the edge to make sure it's about the same as that. And we want this to be about the same as the other side. That looks pretty good. Okay, so now it's going to come down from here. And this goes wider there. This gets filled in across there. A little bit wider. And these go all the way down to the bottom of the head. And then there's just a little space down here. Like that. And then these get colored in solid black. Alright, I'm going to stop that and bring it back and talk about applying some color to finish this creeper off. Starting to look like one now. Alright, so this is a really easy coloring job. It's all green. So I just have two greens, a dark and a light. And just to kind of emphasize the three-dimensional quality of the creeper, of all the work that we did with the drawing part, we're going to use the dark green on the sides of the creeper. Like that. Anything that is the side of him, do with the dark green, and then anything that's kind of the front, do with the light. That. This side. Put the cap on that and do a little bit of the light green to kind of show you the contrast. So now this is front. So I'll use the light. The top of the foot, I'm going to use the light for. And actually, even though it's underneath him, we're going to use the light green down here just to separate the two sides of that block. It'll help to emphasize the three-dimensional quality of what we took the time to draw there. Same thing with this top of the foot that's like in the back of him. We'll use a light green back there. Alright, so you can get the idea of how this is working. I'm going to stop the video, bring it back when I have it complete. Okay, I got him all colored in with the two greens. I'm happy with the three-dimensional result. Looks like a Pez dispenser kind of, but that's what creepers look like in Minecraft. I put in a little bit of a kind of a three-dimensional flat block for him to be standing on, so he just wasn't floating in space, and just put a few texture lines on there, horizontal lines to kind of show that he's has something that he's on. And then just sign it as always. And there it is. How to draw a creeper. Alright guys, hang in there. Until next time. Bye.